it was such a small market that nobody really gave a fuck.
I met a gypsy.
I mean, I really, really think that we need an American dirt bike manufacturer without getting the political environment changed here on the ground in America. You know, if you look at it, the OEMs, you just have, satellite units. I mean, you've got American Honda, but where's the money go? It goes back to Japan, or you've got KTM. And there's nobody on the ground here to work with the lobbyists and the lawmakers and to really grow the sport. And I think that if somebody was able to create that opportunity, I really believe that the dirt bike industry could go back to, 72 when you were selling 1 million dirt bikes a year.
And so paint me a picture. I've never heard that concept before of an American manufacturer. Paint me a picture of what that looks like to you, if you could do it right now.
Well, if I could do it, you see, I kind of...
You can't. I'm guessing you could.
I don't. No, I don't know the capital it would take there, but I think, and I even looked into it for a little bit. I reached out to the Rokon company. I guess we've got Cobra who makes bikes here in America, but we need an American dirt bike manufacturer that thinks it through. And I'm telling you, if you built an off-road moped, do you know how freaking cool that would be for a sport, to allow people to get in so that you could but then now you're creating a fan base. So the guys like Barsha and Tomac and, the guys of the past, they'll make the money so they retire. They don't end up all, bankrupt and concussed.
And so
I mean, that opportunity is sitting there. It's sitting here. It's funny because that's kind of what piggybacked Planet Fitness in the fitness industry. And if you go back to the 1990s, you had Golds and World Gym that were in Bally's that were pretty much dominating fitness, but it was such a small market that nobody really gave a fuck. And I see that's where kind of motocross and supercross is at right now.
Yeah,
it's become a tiny market. They were selling 1 million dirt bikes in 72. Now, granted, back then it was probably $800 or whatever. But even if you took the time forward money, you're like at $6,000.
I wonder if there's a way that you could do a deal with fucking Suzuki and just say, all right, we're going to start an American motorcycle company. We're going to buy Suzuki platform, and then you redo the graphics, and then, like the plastics, make it look like an American bike, and then do the upgrades that make the Suzuki kind of shit, like put an electric start on it, and maybe you get like a good electronics company, run like an electronics package. I wonder if that's like the entry level, because remember how Cowie did the Cowie and Suzuki partnered up together in 03 and 04 on the 250F for R&D. Man, maybe that's the foot in the door, because Suzuki's fucking dead in the water in terms of developing those bikes. Maybe you can buy a platform. You need 400 bikes, right, to make it AMA legal to race?
Don't get me going on that, but why are there any rules?
Yeah.
Seriously. There are tall guys, there are short guys, there are women that want to ride, all kinds of people that want to ride. With the height of the bikes, at my age, I'm more scared of loading the bike in and out. It's craziness. And these bikes are so fast and so good. I just rode the new 450 Honda, and I'm like, what a freaking incredible rocket ship. But like,
it's unattainable.
It's like you've taken it so far that nobody can use that bike. I mean, nobody can use it.
Yeah. Hey, that's why I ride a 350. I'm like, I ain't fucking with 450.
That's actually what I ride.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
I got no fucking ego in saying I ain't man enough to ride a 450.
Yeah, they're heavier. They're way heavier.
So you said something about that was kind of interesting about like if you had an American motorcycle manufacturer, you'd be able to lobby to the people that made the rules. Explain that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, politics in America, it's all about money and, influence. And when you have a manufacturer on the ground that's producing a product here, you're going to get the attentions. It'll create jobs. It'll do everything the industry needs. The industry came here and began to grow and took it over, but Harley never, they tried to make that one dirt bike, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, so you think a presence like that, you would be able to wield some influence over the governing bodies of the sport, because right now it's just a group of people that get funded by companies that are outside of the US.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's all outside capital. So I believe that, if you get somebody here on the ground, and, I really, really didn't expect Trump to not win. And I was gonna, with how he was bringing everything back here to America, I did have a plan to approach the government agencies and see if we could round up some support for it. But
yeah, like in the way of like government grants and stuff like that.
Yeah, backing and just to see if they're behind it. Because if you get, that's a great story for the politicians.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.